Welcome to 7 days to go. We are day 14, 2/3 of the way through our embryology process. Everything looks good in our incubator, but we need to add some water. It's warm here in the Carolinas, so the water is evaporating. On day 14, the embryo turns its head towards the blunt end of the egg, towards the air sac, because one day it's going to start to breathe through that air sac. The skull has begun to harden and calcify. It's getting much bigger and the yolk is getting smaller. The chick's using all the nutrients in that yolk to grow bigger. Many of the towns and cities around here won't let you have chickens within your city limits, but some will. You could check it out. Maybe you could have a couple chickens in your backyard. They would give you fresh eggs every day when it's nice out. They could give you lots of other options for feeding your family. Chickens are pretty easy to raise. They just need a few things. A place to roost, come in for the night. A place to lay their eggs in their nesting box. And a place to run around safe, free from predators. Some people will free range their chickens. That means they let their chickens run around wherever they want to. Sometimes that's a great option. Sometimes your neighbors don't like that very much. Chickens can help keep your garden and lawn pest-free and get all the bugs out. But they can also keep your strawberry bed strawberry-free. So you have to make those decisions. How will you keep your chickens safe? It's okay for your chicken run, that's this part where the chickens run around outside, to be open at the top. The chickens can't get out. But if it's big enough, hawks and other things can actually get in. So at night, a lot of times, they will put the door up and block the door so the chickens can't get out at night. And then there has to be a space inside the chicken house where they can roost. They like to be up off the floor to sleep at night. That keeps them nice and safe. And naturally, they would be up in trees to roost. Many farmers all over the country raise lots of chickens for the big poultry industries, like the ones that you find in the grocery store. But sometimes our local farmers have much smaller flocks, and they can help feed just our local neighborhoods. I like to find those farmers and help them out. Think about all the jobs that go into processing eggs and meat to get to the grocery store. You've got the farmer, but then you also have the truck drivers who take the chickens to the processing plant or the eggs to the processing plant. At the processing plant, you have all the workers that turn those things into food that we eat. They have to package them and put them in containers and then ship them to another place. Oftentimes, those will go right to the grocery stores. Then think about all the grocery workers. These people are essential to our way of life here in the United States. Then it's a little harder to think about the jobs that rely on the chicken industry. What about the people who work for the United States Department of Agriculture and come out and check to make sure that your chickens are healthy? There's also veterinarians that check on chickens to make sure everybody's good there. Let's see, who else can we think about? What about the grain suppliers, the people who make the food for chickens? The people who ship that and sell the chicken feed, plus all the people who make the medicines and all the equipment. What about the person who made your chicken coop? Or the lumber person that made the lumber to make your chicken coop? All those people rely on our poultry industry. How fascinating. The poultry industry is one of our words of the day today. Poultry refers to any birds that are raised for food. Can you think of some other birds that are raised for food or eggs? What about turkey or duck? Ooh, what about ostrich? Who knew? The poultry industry covers all those different kinds of birds. Can you look up some more? Another one of our words of the day is egg grading. Remember the other day when we talked about grade A eggs and grade B eggs? Well, somebody has to be at the factory sorting all of those out. They weigh the eggs, they candle the eggs to look for spots, and they just check out to make sure that it's perfectly formed before it goes into your egg carton that you're going to pick up at the grocery store. That's another important job that has to do with the poultry industry. All of this is part of agriculture. Agriculture is another one of our words of the day. Our big challenge today for our learning in action says, think about what your life would be like if you had to grow your own food. What if you had to grow your own food? Are there certain things that you wouldn't be able to eat because maybe they don't grow where you live? Or maybe there's just not an option. Is there a place in your house or outside your house that you could grow something? Youth all over the country and all over the world right now are learning to grow gardens. You don't have to have a big farm to grow a garden. It could be in a container. It could be in a butter dish. It could be in a recycled container. It could be in all kinds of different things. All you need is a container, soil, and a few seeds. What would you plant if you had to grow your own food? What would your garden look like? Well, that's it for today. Just one more week